time to get tonight's virtual auction underway. My name is Chris Watson, privileged to be here this evening as your selling auctioneer online. Of course, joined by some of the team out the back of the office, including the marketing agent, Olivia Mackie, who's been handling your questions and queries regarding tonight's sales for the past few weeks. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's auction will be conducted in accordance with any rules that are made available before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting any late bids or offers for the property after the property has been knocked down at each successful bidder. What that means, in layman's terms, they'll get called the property 3 times. First call, second call, third and final call. But when the gavel falls, all over, Red Rover can't take any late bids or offers past that point. Of course, the auction rules prohibit the auctioneer. The vendors, of course, they do have a reserve price as the auctioneer. I'll indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids and prohibits bidders attempting to stop other bidders from bidding. The law must provide fines for this conduct. The rules they do permit vendor bids. I'll make it really simple and really obvious. If I'm going to make a bid on behalf of the vendor, in fact, I'll make it so simple and so obvious, I'll even use those words. Vendor bid, and by law, only I, as the auctioneer, may make a vendor bid. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we do sell here this evening via public auction. We ask the successful bidder to pay a 5 or a 10% deposit upon signing of the contract, with the balance to be in settlement at 30 to 90 days time. Very generous terms there from our vendor. Know that our vendors have done everything that they can to make it simple for you to bid and buy here this evening. And what a wonderful, magnificent opportunity that we have. As they say, ladies and gentlemen, buy land because they're not making any more of it. 1,020 square meters of the finest development potential soil in all of Boronia. Literally a hop, skip and a jump to the train station and Boronia Central Junction, which, by the way, are both underway for major redevelopments over the next few years. Boronia, it is going to become a growth suburb. If you are perhaps here wanting to develop the property 4, possibly even 5, but definitely 4 subjects to, of course, council approval, development, townhouse is what you are able to build on the property next door. As you can see in the aerial photo, they have 4. The one next to that, they have 4. It's a wonderful development, whether you want to get straight in and stuck into it straight away, or perhaps you want a land bank, wait for the prices to rise, and now is the time to buy. We've obviously had a fair bit of uncertainty in the market, but it does look like the market is going to recover. Now's the time. Buy low, sell high. If that's your strategy, well, hey, there's no better time to buy a property than the 8th of December at 6:30 p.m. And we've got no better property than, of course, 60 Boronia Road in Boronia. Well, that's probably enough out of me. I'll throw it over to you. Opening bidder offer to get me underway. Where should we start? Yell out the bid, type it into the chat function. That's probably what I would suggest. Into the chat function seems to be the easiest way. Or if you're on the phone with one of the agents out the back, you can tell them that your bid, they'll bid on your behalf. Where do we start? We can start anywhere you like. I don't mind. Happy to start it on a vendor bid if you like. Just means you have to bid above me, but I'll start it on a vendor bid. 850, nice round number there. I think we can all agree it's worth more than that. Hell of a lot of real estate in for that price. 850 with me, the vendor. Where do we go? 850 off and running. Where do we go from here? 850 the bid, clearly been an offer. 850, jump on in. 850 I have. Get a call 3 times, got to jump on in. At 850,000, now I'm going to call once. First time. 850,000, second call. We'll be quoting 950 to 1,050,000. Well under the quote range here, ladies and gentlemen. Third and final time. 850 on the vendor bid. Yell out the bid, type it into the chat function. Where do we start? 850 with me, come on over the top. Just want to remind everyone, ladies and gentlemen, if you are the highest bidder here this evening, what that means is that you get exclusive rights to negotiate with the vendor. We deal exclusively with you. You lock the competition out. You close the door, no one else gets a look in, you get first crack at it. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, there are a lot of people hoping the property passes in tonight. They can put in conditional offers, not under auction conditions, hoping that it passes in. So if you want to buy tonight, you've got to bid. Silence is not golden when it comes to the land of auctions. Where do we go? Plenty of interest in the property. Registered interest, I know. 1,020 square metres. Literally walking distance to the train station, Boronia Central, shopping centres, right at the foothills of the Dandenong. You've got parks and schools right at your doorstep. Football ovals, running trails. It's a great property, great location. It's a great opportunity. Don't let it pass you by. But you've got to bid. Silence is not golden. Well, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes these things happen. Sometimes we start a little bit slow. So what we're going to do is press pause on the auction. We'll be back before you can say cat in a hat. Thanks for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. A few conversations going out in the back between a few interested parties. What I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, clear instructions from the vendor. I'm going to put a vendor bid in at $960,000. That's the bottom of their quote range, so $960,000. Then we're going to call it 3 more times, and then we're going to move along to our next part of the negotiation. So $960,000 will be the vendor first call, $960,000 second call, $960,000 third, final call. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we say, auctions are a process. They're not an event. So what we're going to do is, if you have interest in the property, please reach out to us. We're more than happy to take. We are going to now take conditional offers. If you do want to have put an offer in, subject without any terms, that is absolutely fine now. So if you have interest in the property, step forward. But I'm sure next time you drive down Boronia Road, you're going to see a soul sticker up at number 60. Thanks for coming out. We hope to see you in the next Ray White Ringwood auctions.